What's going on, guys? Pastor Josh, and we are starting session for today and looking at specifically growing while you're going is the topic today in this series for leading a life group. Our whole goal is that you'll be able to lead your life group with confidence, and so that's what we're going to talk about today is growing in the process of continuing your group. So again, this is something to have in mind as you're preparing for your group to begin, is like, how do I keep my people there, right? Being consistent, those who said, I'm going to join you, and then also continuing to look for people to join you along the way, which I talked a little bit about in session 2. So number 1 is this, and this is super important for us as a church and for you as well, is to make sure to keep group attendance. Keeping group attendance is a great way for us to be able to reach those people who maybe aren't even coming to our church yet, but they're coming to your life group, because that, again, is part of the goal of life groups. And that way we're able to connect with them through either text or through email to share with them things that are happening in our church. And then through the group and then through us as a church reaching out to them, a lot of times people will come and visit one Sunday or another. But this also too helps us when you keep attendance every week. It helps us with those who are maybe coming to church but have not gone through Growth Track. Again, it allows us to be able to send them a text and reminder to say, hey, we come to Growth Track step 1 or step 2 or whatever area that they're in, but it helps us connect with them. Most importantly though, it helps Pastor JD know who's coming to groups, who's being ministered to, and maybe who we need to have an opportunity to minister to more, who's interested in knowing more about our church. So please make sure to keep up with the attendance. And one other benefit too is for yourself. When you go in there every week, it's very easy to do, and you'll actually get an email after your group's over the next morning, which helps you just click a link and it goes straight to it. You click the boxes that says, John, Jill, and whoever came to group, and you click that they came. It can also show you at a quick glance if someone's been coming consistently, week after week, or maybe they've missed a week and you want to check in with them, shoot them a text or give them a call. It's a really, really great tool for us to use, and it's really important to do that. But number 2 in this process here is that expect group attendance to fluctuate. In the beginning, the first 2 weeks or something around there, is everybody's excited, right? Everybody's excited that groups have started. They've been missing them, or maybe it's brand new for some people. But normally those are your largest groups because pretty much everybody's coming unless they have one reason or another to come, or to miss, I mean. But the thing is, over time, they fluctuate a little bit. Whether it's sickness, of which you can kind of hear in my voice a little bit, or whether it's sporting events, or whether it's school being out. Again, there's fluctuations in each of the groups. Some people will come one week, they'll miss the next week. Some people who didn't come the week before will come that week. It has kind of an ebb and flow to it. But I want to encourage you to make sure to keep up again with the attendance. And I don't want you to think it to be strange if some people stop coming at some point later in the group. That kind of is part of the way that it works, even though our goal is, of course, to keep everyone who started with you. One of the best ways to do that, though, to keep people coming and to keep people engaged, is shooting a text the day before your life group happens. Shooting a text that says something along the lines of, hey, this is Josh. I'm excited about our group tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We're going to be covering, whatever that material is. If you aren't able to make it, please shoot me a text separately. Look forward to seeing everyone there, something like that. But it gives me a chance to tell people how excited I am. It lets them know what's coming up, what to expect. Maybe they missed the week before that. And then it helps basically for those who might not be able to make it, for them to let me know so that I'm aware of that. It's just a really good way to communicate. So that's something important that we do. Another thing to remember is roughly around week 5 or 6 is when the life groups will begin to settle a little bit. Our average term is anywhere from minimally 8 weeks up to 12 weeks each semester. It's a ballpark figure of where our life groups go. Around 5 to 6 weeks is usually where, okay, I got my core group. These are the people who are going to stick it out with me, to the end of the semester, even though I'll continue to reach out to the other ones unless they say, hey, I found a different group or whatever that may be. So I want you to, again, know that that is a normal thing, but I want you to keep on encouraging your group members to attend. And that's just a very life-giving way of saying, hey man, I missed you if you didn't make it to the other, the week before, or it's so good to see you. What a blessing it is to have you. Now, when someone misses a group, for 2 different sessions. They haven't been responding back to any of the texts that you've sent, the day before, like we're talking about. Make sure to give them a call and leave a voicemail if they don't answer, and just let them know that, hey, miss you. I just wanted to check in on you, make sure everything's good. And from there, you can shoot another text back to them. But if they have consistently missed at that point in time, they may not be interested. Hopefully someone will let you know that, hey, I'm not going to be coming back to the group or something like that. But I just want you to be able to communicate with them. But I want to make sure we're checking on them because we care, genuinely about what's going on in life. And it also is an opportunity either for myself or JD to possibly reach out to them as well if you think that would be helpful. And lastly here is keep inviting new people, right? Keep inviting. Don't stop doing that. We talked about it in video 2, session 2, is to make sure that we're inviting people. Don't stop doing that. Create a culture where it's always an open chair or an open spot. You always want your people to be inviting. So talk about that at the beginning of your group. Talk about it at the end of your group before y'all leave out is, hey, keep on reaching people. Keep on telling people about what you're doing. Also, too, is some of the people that you reached out to in the beginning, feel free to reach back out to them and say, hey, man, I just wanted to touch base again. I'm not sure if you joined a group or not, but I'd still love for you to come to our group. We're going strong, and we'd love for you to be there with us. It never hurts to reach out, and even if they don't come, it makes them feel special, and it's also planting a seed of the gospel. You never know how people are going to respond. Every single semester, I invite people that in some cases have never yet come, but I'm praying for them. I know that my group would be beneficial for them, and that one day when they do come, I can just smile and be like, hey, glad you made it. So I just want to tell you this, create a group setting that is enjoyable, where people are being loved, the Word of God is being shared, and that you're reaching out to people and letting them genuinely know you care, and people are going to come, okay? So again, I want to thank you so much for leading a group. God bless.